Hey, everybody. This is Let Me See Your Transcript, your very favorite history teacher. How y'all doing this afternoon? Yeah, my voice is kind of going again. Changing the weather. Um, it's hot, it's cold, it's rainy, it's dry, all of the above. Um, and plus, I talk for a living. So the kids got college jobs, I got college jobs, I got the hand sanitizer, I got the tissue, got everything. So I want to come on here today, and it's just I've been following the last few days, especially since Friday and got off work about the Daniel Penny case. He is the I guess say young man, I guess he's late 20s, who put Jordan Neely in a chokehold, and Jordan Neely did not survive it. And in New York City, policemen are not supposed to use a chokehold on a person, even though Eric Garner, that was done to him, and the cops there, they were not charged for that crime. Hey, Trevor. And so, um, according to the events of what happened, Jordan Neely may have been in a, what do you call it? He may have been having a mental illness breakdown or mental illness episode. However, there were people on the subway that were concerned about his behavior, and Daniel Penny stepped in. I believe he may have been wanting to go into law enforcement or into the armed services or into the medical field. I'm not quite sure. I had to double check. And so he knew of a move, just chokehold move, and had him, you know, subdued on the ground until the police arrived. Well, by the time the police arrived, he was not breathing anymore. So he was charged with two charges, manslaughter and negligent homicide. Well, on Friday, the jury was deadlocked over manslaughter. So the judge was like, okay, I'm going to dismiss the manslaughter so that y'all can go ahead and, make a decision on criminally negligent homicide. And and the judge was probably thinking like, okay, this is going to be a lot easier for them because he didn't mean, to unalive Jordan Neely. He just wanted to salute him till the police got there, but he killed him. Well, the jury came back today and was like, "Oh, we found him not guilty of criminal allegedly. Is it homicide or assault? I think it's assault." So I'm just thinking, like, the man is not alive. So you're saying the man's death is his own fault? And um, the family did a press conference, and they said, well, Jordan's dad is going to sue Daniel Penny in civil court for the death of his son, which he has every right to. And I noticed a very pattern since Mike Brown passed away. Was it 2012? Um, that it seems the civil courts are serving up justice more than the criminal courts are. They're finding that these individuals are responsible. And whether or not these people can actually pay this money or not, they're telling them, like, hey, there's a clear law that says, hey, we think you're responsible for this. We think you should do something. You think, So I just, I'm just, yeah. Hey, middle of the dark. And it's like both these cases are like coming out of New York. And I have a special place in my heart for New York. I lived there 2 years. Hey, middle of the dark. Y'all need to check out middle of the dark. And so I also, the Luigi guy, well, when I got my notification, they said, hey, it's a person of interest. We got out of Pennsylvania, someplace named Altoona. Okay, good. I definitely want to. I definitely want to hear your opinion on it. I definitely do. Um, and so they said, we don't want to say if he's a killer or not, but we find this person in Altoona, Pennsylvania, which is 300 miles, I think, south of New York City, and we think this person is the person mentioned in the death of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Now, Brian Thompson was the CEO. He's worth a lot of money. Unfortunately, United Healthcare practices and how they treat, their customers or their clients, I guess you call them. They worry about the money. They're not really worried about, saving lives. So allegedly, Luigi Mangione, at 7 a.m. in the morning, while United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson is on his way to, I guess they had a conference or investors meeting, he waited, figured out, I guess, where he was walking from or to this event, and basically shot him 3 times with the silencer. And the bullet said denial, something, and defy, which I think is some of the policy of United Healthcare. Then the man had been living allegedly in a hostel. Then he got on a bike. Then he got on a bus out of New York City. Now I understand, Luigi, that was planned. All that was planned. You had to do planning for that. And there were some people online celebrating his demise, but I think there were also people online who were not giving empathy or sympathy that you normally give when someone dies, because there have been people who have been adversely affected by United Healthcare's policies. Like this one lady, I almost started crying. Her dad basically died because United Healthcare denied her father a transplant, a liver transplant. And he had tried everything, and the doctors are telling him, and like, oh, you can do this, I'll do that. And United Healthcare said no. She said her dad, not only his physical body was going down, but his mental was going down. And she said she lost her dad back in January 2024. She said it'll be a year in a couple of weeks. Like, I have sympathy for that, like, but it's just like, it does make you want to think, is this karma? Is this you reaping what you sow? Like, I would definitely not want to say he brought this on himself. At the same time, though, and they say Luigi Mangione has a manifesto, which I think I'm gonna have to read it, because in some way he's almost seen as a hero. I heard one comedian was like, for the first time, I'm pro Second Amendment, and I was like, and then some people looking at Luigi Mangione noticing that, hey, he's very attractive. Okay, there are some ugly killers, but there's also some nice looking killers too. Um, just like with rapists or grapists and other people commit assault. They're not all ugly. There's some of them are. Some of the serial killers. Ted Bundy was a very attractive man. Ernesto Miranda versus Arizona. He was a very attractive man. But he was a rapist. Bundy was a serial killer. I do think their lives mean something, but I guess in the way that I figure our society is. I kind of feel like the fact that Jordan Neely's killer got not guilty, and I got a feeling that Brian Thompson's killer is gonna probably get a guilty sentence. And I'm just like, it's, in a way, it's like tell of two white boys in the justice system. Like, okay, when your victim is poor and black, you get not guilty, you let go. Hey, Ingrid Scott. Or when your victim is rich and white, you going to jail. You won't be there a long time. It just makes me wonder, am I overgeneralizing this whole predicament? But it's just like, it's not lost on me though. Like how many other, we got Eric Garner. Like this is the thing. Didn't George Zimmerman basically stopped Trayvon Martin, made himself like, oh, he's the volunteer to be the neighborhood watch, and drew a gun on a teenager? And he didn't go to jail. And it's like, okay, like, what are we saying? And then the one, I guess, the one exception I can see now is George Floyd. Minnesota, I think, was one of the first states. No, I think they had Georgia. They had them three white men who stopped Arbery. They convicted them for those people's murder. But guess what? It was on camera. Also, the population that was around them, there's lots of black people in Atlanta. Also, Minnesota, lots of black people, but also a lot of other people of color too, who were being adversely affected by the white policemen. And it's just like, it's just like, okay, this is what we're gonna do now. And I gotta say, like, hey, be mad at the company. But guess what happened, Trevor? Blue Cross Blue Shield was gonna change its policy that it wasn't gonna pay all of the money for your anesthesia during your surgery. Well, as soon as they find out, okay, the CEO of United Healthcare got shot, assassinated, all of a sudden, they don't reverse their policy and say, oh, that must have been a miscommunication. Oh, I guess killing CEOs does affect policy, how they treat the customers. They took their faces off of all the major healthcare companies took their CEOs and presidents off their websites because they're scared they're gonna get shot next. I mean, because think about it. Blue Cross Blue Shield, oh, we're not paying for all your anesthesia. Someone wake up in the middle of their surgery, dying, or in pain. That person goes, whatever, or their family member gets upset. Oh, they don't want to go find the CEO and be like Luigi. Like, y'all say it's okay to have a gun. I think they said Luigi didn't even have any priors, never been arrested. So his gun is probably legal. Where are you NRA people at? Guns don't kill people, it's people who kill people. Yeah, it should be a basic human right, but they are trying to deny people certain things for the policy so they can make money. And it's just like, wait a minute. Oh yeah, I saw that too. I didn't even know his CEO. I just thought Tyler Perry was a CEO. I didn't know he had a CEO. And he said, yeah. Oh, remember the other CEO when Diddy got arrested, and they said they were the lawsuit I think is against Diddy and his Bad Boy Entertainment, and I think Is it against Uptown? So everybody who was an executive at those companies, they all started resigning because they know they was gonna be next. They gotta get their ducks in the order. They gotta get them a lawyer. Because remember, they the CEO, the president. You are the face of the company. You the one at the top making decisions. You know. So I'm just like, what's gonna happen? So I hope and pray Daniel Perry. I really hope um, that he is that does take some time, get some therapy, talk to Jesus, tell him about his trouble. Um, but also at the same time, like claim some responsibility for your actions, sir. Please don't be out here like George Zimmerman, getting invited to the NRA. Don't be like that young white boy. What's his name? That killed the Black Lives Matter protesters. Who, by the way, they were white. And don't be out here like you know, like no, come on. That man is gone. He is not coming back. You can say, hey, everyone on the train was concerned about his behavior, but did they really want him dead, though? I don't think so. And there's some other trials and that have been going on too that I've been looking at. It seems like some of these women out here are also killing their husbands or their boyfriends or the child. It's just these two right here. They're just making the news. But it just makes me wonder. You're rich and white. Your killer you gonna get justice. But if you poor and black or poor Hispanic, you not gonna get your killer gonna go free. I want to say that guy, he was stabbed, I think, by someone he worked with the company or started the company with. But that guy, I think it had to do with his. One of them had a sister that was dating the other guy, but they worked together. But he stabbed the other guy at night. The guy was trying to get away from him, but he stabbed him. But yeah. Um, there's another CEO. I don't know if he's CEO, but his assistant killed him. And then there's a couple of CEOs that have committed, have unalived themselves, and I was just like, what's that guy? Trying to think. They just said the other day that he just jumped off the building. And at first I read it like, dang, then who pushed him? I was thinking like, oh, who pushed him? And they're like, no, he jumped. But I'm gonna double check on that. I want to say the man was dating the man's sister or something, and I guess the sister, I don't know, wanted to break up with him, and he was upset that, oh, what are you saying to her? She wants to break up with me. I think it might have been in that, and it might have been some money issue too. But I'm gonna double check on that. But yeah, something, was he Cash App CEO or PayPal CEO? One of them companies, and I was just like I said, this last one, like he jumped, and I'm just thinking like, wait, I want to say, let's double check. I gotta double check because the guy that jumped ship, he actually might have did some criminal stuff that they was gonna get him for. Like he's about to get locked up. Think I did a double check, but I gotta double check. But it's just like, okay, these people got money. They died too. It's just, Lord help us. We need real justice. Real justice. Mm-mm. So really, wow. Well, y'all, I've been on here for 20 minutes. I need to go put some air in my tire. I'm probably gonna end up having to go either buy a new tire or get it fixed. This is like my third time, or maybe my fourth time filling up. Because before I got the car fixed because of the damage to the siding, because of the car accident a couple weeks ago, I had to keep filling up my rear tire. But it doesn't look flat, but it's saying, hey, my car is saying, hey, your pressure's low. So it's probably a hole in there somewhere. I hope it's fixable. So, y'all check out Mel After Dark. Thank you, Trevor Mel After Dark, for being here, listening to me with my voice being losing my voice. Um, Please catch the replay. Hopefully, I have time later on so I can put articles in the description so that y'all can read about the case. Um, okay, I will. Thanks, Mel at the Dark. Yeah, I will. So, yeah. So, all right. I talk to y'all later. Y'all stay safe. Okay. Talk to you later. All right. Bye.